Hello, College of Business students. We are going to be chatting about the pre-business major in our short video today. So just to provide to you an overview, when students first seek interest in the College of Business, students will first be declared as pre-business majors. Now, when students are in progress with their last 2 to 3 pre-business core courses that we see in this section here, we also want to make sure that students are meeting a minimum UNR GPA of a 2.0. In that semester that student is fulfilling those last requirements, we want students to apply for their business major. So that way we can have students register for upper division courses for that upcoming semester. Remember, we are always planning ahead. And what I mean is that in the fall semester, in the month of October, you're assigned your spring registration date and time. Spring registration will officially take place in the month of November. And in the spring semester, in the month of March, students will be assigned 2 separate registration dates and times. One for fall semester and a separate registration date and time for summer if students choose to take summer classes. Summer registration will take place at the end of March, and fall registration will take place in the month of April. So what you're going to be doing is during your scheduled meeting, or if you've already had a meeting with an academic advisor and you're reviewing this video, you and your academic advisor, as long as you have completed the mandatory freshman advising appointment, should have scheduled for up to 3 to 4, maybe even 5 semesters on when you should be completing all of the courses listed here on this pre-business checklist sheet. So it's important that you understand how we prioritize courses and what requirements we must also fulfill in the pre-business core major. So it's important that students per the university complete all math and English core courses in consecutive semesters. So the highest level of English that is required to be completed, which is the core English, core objective, CO1 and CO3, highest level of English required is English 102, which is Composition 2. Once you have successfully fulfilled that English 102 class, you are all done with English. Now, please note here, English 101 and English 100J are at the same level. They're just different courses. So whether you're in English 101 or in English 100J, the next course in sequence that you would be advancing to would be English 102. If you are currently in English 98, you would be advancing in the English sequence of English 98 to English 101 to English 102. Now looking at our next core objective for our math, which is also one of those requirements that we must complete in consecutive semesters per the university. Core math falls under the CO2 core objective. Our highest level of math that we require College of Business students to complete is Math 176, which is Introductory Calculus for Business and Social Sciences. We will also accept Math 181 for students who have AP credit or who have completed the equivalent of Math 181. The math sequence for the College of Business, now this will depend on your ACT, SAT, or AccuPlacer or any transfer credit test scores that we do have on file for you. But the math sequencing may be anywhere from Math 95 to Math 96 to Math 126 to Math 176. So depending upon where you fall in that placement, that's going to determine whether you're looking at 4 semesters of math, 2 semesters of math, or maybe even 1 semester of math. But that highest level of math that you will be required to complete for the College of Business is going to be Math 176, or we will accept Math 181. Please note that Math 126, you must earn a grade of a C or better in order to advance and stay enrolled into Math 176. Now scrolling down to our next section and our next set of priority courses, which is going to be the pre-business course section. Now remember, these are also priority courses in which will allow us to apply for our business major. Not all pre-business courses can be taken in the same semester because there will be a variety of prereqs as well as co-requisites tied to about 90% of the pre-business core courses here. So if the course has a prerequisite tied to it, for example, Accounting 201, Financial Accounting, states its prereq is a completion of 30 credits. And if we look at the column right next to that, it says that students typically meet this requirement in their sophomore first semester to be able to take this requirement. So as you are planning with an academic advisor and even planning future coursework, you always want to take into consideration those prerequisite courses. I can tell you right off the bat, one course that you will want to fulfill as a freshman student will be this IS 101 course, because we're going to see it as a prerequisite listed out multiple times. And right next to the IS 101 class, we even say that we want students to take this course in their freshman year. So it's important that as you and your academic advisor are planning courses for you, you are aware of why we are prioritizing these pre-business core courses. And our next set of courses that we'd like to call our filler courses. So after we've grabbed our classes from this section here and our pre-business core section here, if we still have any room to get us to the 12, 15, or even 18 credits for some of us students, our next set of courses is going to be our Silver Core General Education requirements for the pre-business majors. Now, in addition to your pre-business core courses, every student at the University of Nevada, Reno will be required to complete 6 to 8 units of CO4L and CO4 Natural Sciences. Students must complete 2 core natural science classes, and at least 1 natural science class must be designated as a CO4L lab approved class. Now, your next natural science class can be a non-lab natural science, or it can be another CO4L natural science class. However, students cannot take 2 non-lab natural sciences to fulfill these requirements here. I will also state as well that there are specific approved CO4L and CO4 classes that students have to choose from. So students can't just take a natural science randomly and assume that that class will fulfill the natural science requirement. It is important that you are aware with the university catalog and where you can access those core approved courses for your natural sciences, for your fine arts, for any core humanity courses, etc. And we'll take a couple minutes here shortly just to navigate through the catalog very briefly. Students are going to be required to complete 3 units of CO5 core humanities. So students will need to only choose 1 core humanity course from this list here. Students will also be required to fulfill 3 units of CO7 fine arts. So you just need 3 units of 1 fine arts class. And again, just like those natural sciences, there is an approved list of the approved CO7 artistic, composition, interpretation, and expression fine arts courses that can be accessed through UNR's catalog. Students will also be required to complete 3 units of CO8 Constitution. Now, majority of the time it is CH203. Now, if you've received AP credit for US government or US Constitution, which is History 101 or PSC 101 AP credit or approved transfer credit, then you will need to take a different class to fulfill this area here. Now, if you're wondering, does that apply to me? When you have met with an advisor during your orientation time, you and an advisor would have discussed any alternative arrangements should you have received AP credit that was applied partially towards CH203. If you and an advisor have not had that conversation and you did not take any AP credits to partially fulfill CH203, then you will need to take that full CH203 class. Students will have to complete a total of 6 units of social sciences. Now, if you are watching this video, you are in Business 101, so you should already have 3 units trending towards the 6 units. Some of you may also be enrolled into 6 units of social sciences, and you're all done with this section here. But these are the approved social science lists for the College of Business, ranging from Cultural Anthropology, Business 101, Finance 101, Entrepreneurship, Political Science, Comparative Politics, political science, international relations, psychology, and sociology. And then very lastly, students will need to fulfill 3 units of a speech course. Now, you just need to fulfill 3 units. It's your choice between oral communications, Com 101, fundamentals of speech, communications 113, communications 217, argumentation and debate, or communications 329, business and professional speaking. So again, you and your academic advisor, whether you guys have or will be scheduled to complete your advising portion for Business 101 here within the next couple of weeks, depending upon when you're watching this video, you guys will all have the opportunity to sit here with an advisor and plan on when you plan to complete each and every pre-business core course. Same thing for the general education requirements. And when you would be eligible to apply for your business major in that semester in which you're fulfilling all of these requirements is when you will be able to apply. So I want to take the next couple of minutes to transition over and to talk to you about UNR's catalog. And if you just Google UNR's catalog, you're going to get to a page that looks just like this. And so what I'd like for you all to do is if you're still having some issues or you're not too sure which classes you want to take to fulfill those natural sciences in the CO7, I'm going to show you how to access the approved list for all of the approved CO courses 1 through 14. So we're going to click here on core curriculum. And then as if we see here, if we scroll down, we're going to see all of our different core objectives in the subjects that have been assigned to them. So if we're trying to see approved fine arts courses, that does fall under the CO4, physical and natural phenomena focus. And then if we see here, it's going to tell you the rule for each student. So it says each student must complete at least 2 core natural sciences. For at least 3 units apiece, at least one of the courses must have an approved laboratory component. So if we click here on courses verified for CO4L, which is the lab piece, you are going to see a full list of approved natural sciences. And if you click on the different courses, you can learn more about what the course entails. And if that course has any pre or co-requisites, it also tells you how many units that course is worth. And so common courses that I see students take and give positive feedback on are the astronomy courses. I hear really good things about the ATMS courses. I hear really good things about the geography courses. Please note that students can either take Geology 100 or Geology 101, but not both. And it does state here in the catalog, credit allowed in only one of Geology 100 or 101. And then if we scroll down to and click on the second page, there's also a list of additional natural sciences that also fall under the CO4L section that students can also have, that students can also take to fulfill that CO4L requirements. I also hear really good things about human nutrition 121 and also introduction to physics as well. Now, some of you may have some AP credit for your natural sciences and may be required only to complete a lab portion. If that is you, you can talk to your academic advisor about who you specifically need to contact to get enrolled into that lab portion only. But again, that would only apply to you if you received AP credit for a natural science. So you can take 1 or 2 classes from the CO4L list to fulfill your natural sciences, but for sure, you will have to complete 1 natural science from the CO4L list. And then if we come back to our CO4 list, which are the non-lab courses, it's just going to be a shorter list of approved CO4 courses that do not have an approved laboratory component. And so from this list, common courses that I see students take and give positive feedback on are Biology 100A, Biology 125, Environments 101. I hear really good things about from students. So it's also going to be your choice on which natural sciences you do choose to fulfill. In addition to those natural sciences, we must also fulfill 3 units of your choice from the approved CO7 Fine Arts Artistic Composition, Interpretation, and Expression list. So if we click on that CO7 list, we are going to have a long list of CO7 Fine Arts courses to choose from. Now remember, you must fulfill a minimum of 3 units of CO7 Fine Arts, and there are some courses, for example, MUSA 168, where this course will only get you 1 or 2 credits worth of fine arts. It will not get you the full 3 units. You have to make sure that you meet the full 3 units, or in this case, if somebody is interested in trombone for non-majors, they may take this class multiple times over the course of a full academic year, so that way they can earn up to the minimum of 3 credits. As you see here, this class may be taken multiple times for a maximum of up to 16 credits. But common courses that I see students take and give good feedback on for the CO7 Fine Arts courses, so I hear really good things about all the art courses. I hear good things about Dance 101, English 202. I hear really good things about the Music Appreciation class. All of the MUS classes I hear really good things about. And then also if we go over to the very last of the page, I also hear good things about SOTA 101, which is Introduction to the Arts, and Theater 100 and Theater 105. Also, Theater 210, I hear great things about. It is your choice on which 3 units you decide to fulfill from this approved CO7 list. It does have to be from the CO7 list and meet the minimum of 3 units in order for you to fulfill that CO7 Fine Arts course. Now, other than that, that is all that I have. There are other functionalities that you can use the catalog for if you want to access the academic calendar. You can also see when the last date of withdrawal from a course is. You can see when campus is closed. You can see kind of what's going on when commencement is taking place, if you have friends or family that you want to celebrate, when instruction ends. So these are all great resources that you can utilize through the academic catalog. And again, this is a resource that you will have access to and that you will be using throughout your undergraduate career here at the University of Nevada, Reno. Thank you for following along and watching this video.